Hello viewers, and thank you for joining us on another episode of Crime and Road Safety Watch. My name is Onisisa Sibanda. We start this week's episode with a story from Budiriro in Harare, where 5 accused persons were arrested for cases of unlawful entry and theft, which they committed in and around Budiriro. The 5 accused persons are Loveness Marashera, aged 18, Julius Mubaiwanemiwa, aged 39, of 4617 Budiriro 3, Magnil Zunita, aged 28, of 4535 Budiriro 3, William Takawira, aged 24, of 4616 Budiriro 3, and Leonard Ndlovu, aged 28, of 2629 Glenview 8. Investigations leading to the arrest of this gang also led to the recovery of a vehicle which they were using in the commission of these crimes.
This Honda Fit you are seeing behind me was used by criminals to commit various offenses in and around Budiriro. These offenses include unlawful entry into premises and theft. We have managed to apprehend 5 accused persons, 4 males and 1 female, which are in our custody. Circumstances behind the recovery of this car with that the accused persons had rented the car from the complainant on the pretext that they were going to reimburse a certain amount per day, but they only did so for 1 day and defaulted for the next 5 days. Through investigations, we managed to arrest 1 accused person in Budiriro 3 and arrested 2 accused persons in Kwazana 2, who later led us to arrest another 2 accused persons around Budiriro to make them a total of 5 accused persons. Our investigations led to the recovery of property which had been stolen by these criminals. The recovered properties include refrigerator, generator, printer, computers, including the vehicle which I mentioned, and various pharmaceuticals which had been stolen in Budiriro area. As police, we are happy that most of the complainants have come and identified their property. We are just doing the paperwork so that we can hand them over their properties. We encourage members of the public to consider conducting background checks before conducting any deals or business transactions with strangers. This will help us as police to track down criminals in case something happens.
We caught up with one of the complainants who narrated his ordeal.
These thieves were caught. They stole a lot of items from the shop, including the generator, my refrigerator, as well as the computers and the various pharmaceuticals. So I really recommend the community and other members of the public to report their cases to the police officers as soon as the case happens. I didn't have the confidence in the police force myself, but now I see these people, they really work, and the team of legends, they have done a wonderful job. They have recovered most of my stuff, including some pharmaceuticals, the generators. I've almost recovered everything.
Moving on to Mashonaland East Province, police recently conducted a stakeholders meeting with different sectors, namely banking, retail, farming, and government departments. The interface was meant to discuss crime matters and to come up with strategies that have to be implemented in order to curb crime in the province.
ZRP Mashonaland East Province came up with an idea to invite our crime consultative stakeholders for a meeting so that we could share on crime tips, but more so that we could also thank them for the work that they've been doing with us, providing us with some materials that we needed in order for our work to be easier. So seeing the efforts that is being put by our stakeholders, we thought it prudent for us as ZRP Mashonaland East to just say thank you to our clients, to our stakeholders, and at the same time also share with them the strategies that can make our area be more peaceful and also curb crime. I think the engagement and the interactive came out rather well. more than we expected, because the commitments we made, we have to see them through.
Chatadzidza ndichocho chekuti kana even pakuemploya kwatinenge tichiita tinoshanda navo tinofanira kutora toenda kumapurisa, mapurisa achatibatsira kukurumidza kuvheta vanhu ivavo, nekuti zvaakuitika taakuzopesera taakuemploya matsotsi tozopesera taakusangana nematsaona ekubirwa. Chimwewo zvakare ndechekuti isusu tinofanira kunge tichikurumidzawo kuti kana paita mari tobvisa mari patinoshandira kana matinogara toendesa kumabhengi tobhadharwa kunoda kubhadharwa, toita make sure kuti tagara panzvimbo yedu isina zvinhu izvozvo. Security yedu inofanira kunge iri tight panzvimbo dzatinoshandira. Ngatikoshesei isusu mushando wedu.
In other news, members of the public are continuously falling victim to online scams which come in different forms. Victoria Falls Police Station has over the past years been inundated with reports of fraud. Victims of this crime have been identified from the policing area, notably Harare and other towns like Chinhoyi and Gweru. An average of 11 cases of this nature were received in 2022. Targeted victims lost amounts of cash ranging from $90 to $5,000. The unknown accused persons use social media, notably WhatsApp and Facebook, to entice would-be victims. They post an advert under the name SBT Motors Zimbabwe, purportedly situated at 567 Mopani Drive, Victoria Falls. They allege that motor vehicles are sold on credit and they process the purchase of number plates, insurance, and tax. Most transactions are done online and victims only discover that there is a scam after they had been duped. Victims are then directed to send money through EcoCash or deposit in various bank accounts. Police have noted that house number 567 Mopani Drive in Victoria Falls is a non-existent address. There are also no buildings and the place is a bushy area opposite Tatenda Safaris. And most cases have also gone unrecorded. It takes years to acquire wealth and a few minutes of cyber incident or a click of a button to lose it. Members of the public are encouraged to always be cautious when conducting transactions online and in physical spaces. We take a short break. Join us in the second segment. We are in the second segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. Police in Hwange arrested one accused person for theft of copper cables along Old Thomas Coulter Road in Hwange. Let us hear more from Detective Sergeant Nyamusa.
The detectives found one of the suspects lying unconscious 300 meters from the scene with some of the stolen ZESA cables. Further investigations by the detectives established that the suspect was electrocuted during the commission of the crime. However, some of the stolen ZESA cables were not recovered, indicating that the arrested accused person was not alone. The police are keen to interview Tulani Ngwe and the other one known as Prince, all from Old Magwegwe West, Bulawayo. We are appealing to members of the public who might have information which might lead to the arrest of these two to contact any nearest police station.
Moving on to traffic issues, the Minister of Transport and Infrastructural Development, Honorable Felix Mona, announced at a press conference that Zimbabwe is adopting the new vehicle licensing system that is in line with SADC regulations. Let us hear more.
The Second Republic is committed to formulating robust legal policy and administrative mechanisms to improve the country's road safety performance as it seeks to achieve the targets set within the National Development Strategy, NDS-1. In January this year, we held the National Road Safety Indawa, which resolved to introduce speed limiting devices, vehicle tracking devices, and a government monitored vehicle tracking system for all public service buses, The vehicle tracking system will ensure compliance to prescribed speed limits and make it easier to identify in real time the driver of a particular bus. Pursuant to this legal framework, to introduce speed limiting and monitoring devices will soon be introduced. Our commitment is on improving the enforcement capacity of all traffic law enforcement, to modernize the economy using ICT and other digital technologies. My ministry will also establish a national call center for the public to report those using unsafe vehicles and report negligent and reckless driving. The new national driving license system that we will be launching soon will also enhance our capacity to develop an electronic database of all licensed drivers, which will be linked to all relevant stakeholders and enforcement agencies. The 13 categories of the new driving license conform to the requirements of the United Nations Convention on Road Traffic International Organization for Standardization and International Electrotechnical Commission. The 13 categories of the new driving license will also inter alia make provision for the combination of categories of vehicle and the trailer. The new categories will also accommodate the different sizes of vehicles and prevent the current scenario where drivers are tested on a small vehicle and then be authorized to drive a very large vehicle which the driver may not be able to control in a safe manner. The transitional arrangement from the present numerical classes to the new alphanumerical categories is as follows. Class 1 yataiziwa kudhara inenge yaunzi DE. Then articulated passenger vehicle for the carriage of persons having more than 60 seats and may be combined with a trailer not exceeding 750 kgs gross vehicle mass. Class 2 CE, then articulated goods vehicle exceeding 7,500 kgs gross vehicle mass may be combined with a trailer not exceeding 750 kgs. Class 3 now known as A, light motorcycles and medium motorcycles with power not exceeding 35 kilowatts with or without a sidecar. Class 4B, BE, light articulated vehicle with a GV not exceeding 3,500 kgs and not having more than 8 seats may be combined with a trailer not exceeding 750. Class 5 BE, plus previously class 5 only for agriculture or industrial factors or any other suitable vehicle machinery. After the transitional phase, the new driving license will consolidate the professional driver's permit and the defensive driver's certificate onto a single card. Professional drivers will be progressively certified, unlike the current scenario whereby one instantly becomes a professional driver on obtaining class 2. We will now have the following professional driver permit categories. Code G for goods vehicles with a gross vehicle mass exceeding 3,500 kgs. The applicable minimum age for this category is 18 years. Code P for passenger vehicles with a seating capacity of more than 8. The applicable minimum age of this category is 25 years. And Code D for dangerous goods vehicles for the transportation of hazardous and dangerous goods. The applicable minimum age for this category is 25 years. All professional drivers' permits will be renewable after every 2 years. The upcoming new driver's license is fully compliant with the standard specifications of the Southern African Development Community, SADC, Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA, and East African Community, EAC. This demonstrates our commitment to harmonize and standardize driver training, testing, and certification within the entire 25 tripartite regional countries.
It is the third and final segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. The Zimbabwe Public Police Press and Public Relations joined hands with Envision Zimbabwe Women's Trust and conducted a crime awareness campaign at Chitekwe Community Hall in Mutoko. The crimes of concern at the campaign were mostly murder, rape, and political violence. The Senior Staff Officer Press and Public Relations, Assistant Commissioner Paul Nyati, spoke on these crimes.
Tine mhosva dziri kutinetsa isusu nzvimbo dzakasiyana siyana. Mapurisa havakwanisi kudzirwisa vari vega. Ndosaka makaona takabatana neve Envision Women Trust Zimbabwe. Tikatoda kuuya kuno kwaMutoko. Nokuti kuno kwaMutoko nyaya iri kutinyanyotinetsa hombe inyaya yechibharo rep. Vana vari kubatwa chibharo vachienda kuchikoro, vachibva kuchikoro. Vana vanobatwa chibharo nevafudzi vemombe. Vanobatwa chibharo nana sekuru nesu vana baba. Vana vanobatwa chibharo kana nehazvadzi dzavo. Mwana ngaave akachengetedzeka. Saka hakuna munhu anofanira kuchungurudza mwana. Ipapo ndakumbirisa kuti ngatimboitawo muenzaniso kuti gore rino iri parinopera nyaya dzekubatwa vana chibharo dzinge dzakadzikira kana kutodzishaya. Pari zvino izvi nyika yedu iri kurwisana nenyaya yezvinodhaka. Zvinodhaka taimbofunga kuti zvinowanikwa chete mumadhorobha, asi nekumamisha zvako, nekumapurazi zvako. Zvinodhaka izvi zviri kubata vana vadiki, zviri kubata vanhu vakuru. Saka nyika inoenda kupi? Saka tinoivaka sei nyika kana isusu tichiswera takadhakwa? Hakuna nyika inobudirira kana tichiita zvemutoriro, kana tichiita zvebhurongo nembanje. Saka toda kukumbira Ishe nemasabhuku, chikwata chenyu chamunacho kunoku, kuti titaure zvine udzamu, tisimbise shoko rokuti hatidi zvinodhaka munzvimbo yeMutoko. Nokuti vanhu vanenge vabata zvinodhaka vanhu ndo vanopesera vakubata chibharo, ndo vanopesera vaponda. Domestic violence ari kutinetsa seZimbabwe Republic Police nokuti ndo muri kubva kupondana, baba namai vachipondana. Vamwe vanopondana nenyaya dzekusavimbika, vamwe vanopondana nenyaya dzemari chaidzo mudzimba, vamwe vanopondana nenyaya yekudya chaiko. Hatitasiri zvinhu zvakadaro. Toda kuti mhuri dzigare murunyararo, toda kuti mhuri dzibatane. Kana paita matambudziko mumhuri, baba namai tauriranai. Ishe vedu varipo, masabhuku edu aripo, mapurisa aripo, vemasvondo varipo, kana vemusangano chaivo varipo. Kana taita dambudziko isusu paviri tatadza kuwirirana kuti tipedze dambudziko redu, ngatitsvage vamwe vanotibatsira. Saka toda kukumbirisa kuti vagare munzvimbo ino yeMutoko, batanai nemapurisa, batanai nemapazi ehurumende kuti tirwisane nokubiwa kwemombe. Mombe hupfumi, mombe imari. Saka kune vanhu vari kupinda mumatanga umu vachichemedza vabereki, vachiba mombe. Toda kuti mapurisa mubatane nevabereki.
Tendai Nyachoti, who was representing Chief Mutoko, urged community members to be law-abiding citizens.
Munhu wese mupurisa, munhu wese muchengetedzi wemutemo. Saka iwe zvauri mupurisa tikazokuona wakupara mhosva tochiti kudii? Chinoita kuti mushore mutemo inyaya yekuti wabereka hamuchisina rudo. Dai taiva nerudo nekunzwirana tsitsi, wainzwirawo tsitsi mwana wemumwe wako kuti haungatore mwana ane 12 years kuita mukadzi. Haunganouraya hama yako iwewe kuti uite mari. Saka nyaya iri panapa, dai tasvika Mwari taita rudo, neivo vanochengetedza mutemo zvinovarerukirawo.
We now move on to people on the police wanted list. Zeterapi Chivi is looking for Anyway Tongoteya, age 30, of Masipambi village, Chief Chivi, in connection with a case of rape. Pride Chimaka, age 29, of Maka village, Chief Chivi, is wanted by Zeterapi Chivi for a case of rape. Muchakata police is looking for Godfrey Muringa, aged 46, of Farm 41, Mushawasha East, Chief Mupanzure Masvingo, for a case of murder. Should you have information that may help in the location of any of these people, feel free to visit any nearest police establishment or contact us on the following details. Call us on our National Complaints Desk number 0242 703 631 or visit our website www.zrp.gov.zw and email us on feedback@zrp.gov.zw. We also have a Twitter handle @PoliceZimbabwe and our Facebook page Zimbabwe Republic Police. If you have missed any of our Crime Watch episodes, you can watch them on our YouTube channel Zimbabwe Republic Police. It has been a pleasure having you along. A father's tears and fears are unseen. His love is unexpressed, but his care and protection remain as a pillar of strength throughout our lives. From me, Onisisa Sivanda, and the crew behind the scenes, Happy Father's Day.